Hi everyone, it's Killshot 99 Gaming. This is Play Dead Live, the Morgue, Boss's Day Off. We got VOX, we got SLY, and you know what? Sometimes the boss needs a day off, especially this boss, because 4 days of inventory, I am ready to get back into some slanging, some banging, some fighting, some exciting, all of the above. We got a good match tonight, and these two teams know each other very, very well. The key tonight is going to be you can't play a boss, which means you can't play a Kang, which means you can't play cyborgs, which means we probably won't see a whole lot of Tanner. I mean, it's going to change tonight. So I think it's going to be a pretty fast-moving game, less things to keep up with. There are still a lot of ways to score. I mean, this is the Morgue. The Morgue is all about scoring. There's so many different ways that you can go after the opponents, and you think it's going to be a lot of PvP, but there are other things. There's other ways to score. And we're going to see. We're going to see if it's going to be a mix of might or creativity. I mean, there's a lot of different ways to do it. We got some, I won't say new faces, but we've got some talent tonight that we're looking to see. So we don't announce the lineups. Just as a reminder, when we do the pre-match buffs here in a little bit, in about 15 minutes or so, we will only have the people that are playing round one, and that's going to be 4-on-4. And as you guys also know, we're in the new format, which is 4-4, 5, 4-4, 4-4, 5-5-4, which is 30 turns. Those moves have been faster. Starting early has been faster. And with the mechanics and the gameplay tonight, it might be one of the fastest matches that we've had. As long as Ron does not challenge 12,875 times. Be smart with your challenges, Ron. So, I see Valar in the house. We've got Hello 99 Army Kills, Great Mods channel members, PDL players, sponsors, bundles, burn coin, kills coins. Good luck to both teams. So we've got, we're going to go over stats. We're going to go over, as you guys know, Julia spends a lot of time with the PCP points. We're going to go over that as well. We got a great bundle in store for you guys. So a lot of things. This is an important match for a couple different reasons. Now, I know you can say, look, we might have some new players. We're testing them out. We're doing some things. But everybody wants to win. First of all, you want to have fun. But you also want to win. And I'm going to show you a little bit of what we got lined up. So we got Mir at 3-2. If SLY wins tonight, believe it or not, SLY is tied with Mir. As sluggish as SLY started out, they have a chance to win tonight at home. They're probably a slight favorite home. Doesn't mean they're going to win, but they're probably a slight favorite because they are the home team. But they would go to 3-2. If VOX wins, and VOX is playing a lot on the road lately, we've got, if VOX wins, VOX can go to 2-2, and SLY would go to 2-3, which means VOX would be ahead. Hold on one second. All right. And thank you so much. Appreciate that, Joe. We certainly want to observe a little bit of silence. We also got some things that we want to talk about. We've got Trigger. Glad to be celebrating my birthday early with everybody. She's going to be spent with her other family. I like that. I like that, Angel. It's family and other family, right? Because this is the extended family, and you guys are such a big part of that. Appreciate you guys being here each and every night, and being here to support each other. So truly great support. And you know what? One thing that we do to show a lot of, wait a minute, we got Sky's birthday. Man, we got all kind of birthdays. Trigger's gonna be exactly 30 tomorrow, right? And Trigger's playing. Playing tonight. So you guys know, I mean, we can't let a birthday go by. I got to do a little birthday box. So Angel, as a early birthday present, we're gonna crank it up a little bit. So you know how we do it, 999. Stop it, Tammy. Tammy's on the board. That's like half a box already. We just got out of the gates. Half a box already on the board. So thank you so much. I see Deadly Dimes with a big happy birthday to Trigger. So his birthday boxes are always special. I mean, I can't, I can't guarantee you're gonna get a cosmic or a legendary, things that you want, but I think it's more. You could probably get like the worst box, and if it's a birthday box, it's still pretty good, right? I see Bomber Bones. I see Animal. All right, so we're up close to a box. Kel, I don't know where we stand for the next box event, but if we were sold out, now we've sold more. So, big happy birthday. And Trigger's playing tonight. Her birthday's tomorrow. So, glad that you're here and you're a part of what we're doing. You know what? Do it. Shed them tears. we will bring those tears out. It's what we do. All right. Thank you guys. Appreciate that. And I'm gonna talk a little business now. We're gonna transition from the box that we just all chipped in over to the standings and some other things that's going on. Otherwise, I'm gonna be talking about boxes and stuff for the next 2 hours, and we got a match to get to. So, as I said, take a look at standings. Mirror 3-2, Arc 2-2, SLY 2-2. We got Mirror and Arc Wednesday night. That's a big one. It's Mirror traveling to Arc, so a lot of things can still happen. But check this out. Next Monday night, Thanksgiving week, everybody. Yep, we got a brand new contest called the Smokehouse, and it is VOX traveling to Mirror. VOX on the road again. The Smokehouse, unlimited smokes. That means you can go multiple. You can go multiple types of unholies. You can play as many heel smokes you want. Now, you still only play one smoke per turn, but you're not capped. So you want to play multiple mirror smoke, multiple sin smoke, multiple unholies, whatever. I'm not going to say you double smoked, you double dipped. It's a Smokehouse match, and that means we can do a lot of things. I see Father Ron, happy fantastic birthday to Trigger. VOX loves you. Absolutely. So thank you guys so much. So Smokehouse, I know you guys are going to be excited about it. We've got, look, and then this is Boss's day off. And then what happens after Thanksgiving? Red Wedding Part 2. How many people want some revenge in Red Wedding? We got Arc traveling to SLY in the second Red Wedding. And we got Mirror traveling to VOX. A little bit of revenge, maybe, for a couple of teams that are out there. So again, we got the second Red Wedding right after Thanksgiving, everybody, the following week. So as you guys know, that means SLY will have 3 players. They're putting in red jerseys. Arc will have 2. We've got VOX will have 3 players they're putting in red jerseys. Mirror will have 2. And here's the thing. If you were a red jersey in the previous match, everybody on your team has to be a red jersey before we get back to you. Makes it fair. That means everybody this season is going to get to play a match where they use multiple legendaries. So how awesome is that? All right. That's the standings. I'm going to take you up to Player control points. Look at these player control points, everybody. These are some of the leaders, people that are getting in the mix here. Look at the top, trying to stake his claim for Bomber of the Year. You Bombers, you know what? Amy, Kel, Trigger, you guys should be insulted. I'm just going to say, now, nothing against Moonshot, but are y'all really going to let a sniper, are you really going to let a rover take you down in Bomber of the Year? Look at this guy. He's got 4 gold blocks. Followed by Cat, Busy Bee, Bones, Kel, Julia, and Nixie. Come on, y'all. You can't let Moonshot do you guys like that. He's like waiting on you guys to take down all the walls, and then he's sneaking in like, oh, I got this one. He's creeping. Do not let him creep. Bombers need to step up the second half of the season. All right, take you guys over to the DZ. Dow in first place. But Crimson was down 100. She cut into Dow's lead in the last match. Can she overtake him tonight? Well, look, she started gaining ground. Dow at 325 points. Crimson right there on his tail again at 275. Cat at 250, not out of it. Dimes and Julie J all in the top 5. Take you over to the Rover. That's right, Rover. We've got, this is the ruffled feather version of the Rover. Dow in the house. Dow with 3 ruffled feathers. Julia, Craven, Tiny the Tank, and Kel all with 1. The Rover, the spare tire. We've got Moonshot with 4. Father Ron with 3. Julia with 3. Dimes with 2. Craven with 1. Now, Mira has played 1 more game. So, we'll see after everybody's played the same number of games. Take you over to the tank. How about Gemstone? Gemstone, 2 cannonballs. Tied with Samurai. Tied with Craven Light. Tied with Busy Bee. Tied with B-Dub. We got a 5-way tie. And the occupying zones, Trigger, first person to do it. Julia, Kel, Valar, all have occupied the temple for 5 rounds. So, awesome, awesome stuff, everybody. So, those are your PCP points, and we got a long way to go. We got a lot of matches this season, so by the end of the season, it's going to be real interesting to see. All right, I'm going to take you to tonight's War Bundle, everybody. This one is good. Not only is it good, I mixed it up because we just did inventory. We got a lot of requests, people, low stock items. So here is tonight's War Bundle. I'm going to take you up top. Many of these are requested, and that's right. I threw something in there that you guys have not seen in a long time, right beside Sirs, which is the brand new pet. Depends on what part of the country you're. If you're from Greek, it's Sirs. If you're from the United States, you may call it Circe, or you may say Circe, which is not the correct pronunciation, but Sirs is it's a very kind of mythical goddess. All right, but I'll get to that in a second because we're going to find out what this pet does, which is crazy good. Silver Bundle, ASC, Iron, Mania by request, Spruce by request. Some people are low. 5 post-battle pet revive. Hexite, Dyneema, 1 of each of your waxes. Take you down to the Red Bundle. Dire Red, Lagoon Ruby, Glyph of Mayhem, Combat Orb, Frantic 5, Red Summon Skins, Savage 6, Mag 7, Super 8, and both of these are by request. So you know what we're going to do? I'm going to give you, here we go, 5 Heal Smoke and 5 Heal and Seal. Starting a replenishment. Take you over to the gold. We've got Dire Blue, Lagoon Sapphire, Robust, Vine Smoke by request, Fear by request, Elemental Ice Stone, Bionic Wildcard by request. Few people leveled up their ATT. A few more people said, I want to. Stellar Skins, most requested items tonight, which was a little weird. First time I think Stellar Skins has ever been the most requested item. Onyx Skins. And you know what? Y'all going to give me a 999 before I announce this Elysium chat, or I'm not going to announce it. You guys can keep shaking hands and kissing babies, but if you want this bundle and you want me to go big on the Elysium, I better see it. Or I'm going to give you 1. How about that? Who wants 1 Elysium in this bundle? All right. All right, you convince me. I'll give you 10. 10 Elysium in tonight's bundle. You know what? Crimson, I'm going to tell you what. Just for Crimson Tide, I'm going to give you guys 20. See how easy I am? Look at that. 20 Elysium. Crimson is the first person to ask, so we're going to do it. We're going to double it up. I was going to do 10, but now I'm going to do 20. All right, take over the screen bundle. Energy Orb, Arrowhead, Spider Silk, Prime by request, Pet Repel Smoke by request, Max Seal Smoke, Bionic Torso Army, Sever, and Epic Skins all by request. And here's where it gets a little good. It gets a little crazy up here. All right, Gold, Mythic, but we have not done this, and not that I personally have an opinion on the GOAT Brady, but this is a grenade we did a long time ago, and we have not offered it since. Those of you that throw it know it is a grenade that turns into a goat, like an animal goat named Brady. Well, here it is. I'm going to give you guys 2 of these tonight because they were requested, so I'm going to give you 2 goats. Everybody picks up this bundle, gets 2 goat grenades, and tonight's pet is Sirs, and Sirs, it's going to sear you. Sirs is really cool. Okay, here's what it does. I announced this a little bit early. Can be played tonight. There's a lot of hinder, a lot of haunt, a lot of really cool stuff that you can do now. So, Sirs will undo all those conditions. So if somebody has haunted you and taken your damage, taken your health, and you play Sirs, then you'll get back to where you started. If you got -3 hinder, you'll go back to where you started. Now, they can still hinder you afterwards, but it also gives you a +1 rage. So if you're -3 hinder and you play Sirs or someone plays it on you, you get rid of that -3 and now you got a +1. Now, if they hinder you again, you go back to 0. It does have to hit, and it can be prevented. Yes and yes. It does no damage, but it is preventable. Could not make this pet where it went unnoticed. So, yes, but it does stack up to 4 rage as well. You guys can probably, I'm not going to go too far into it because I do want to get the match started on time. I'm going to tell you, there are a lot of combinations for this pet, and if you don't know how good it is, I can't spend 10 or 15 minutes explaining it. It undoes a lot of stuff. It also has versatility where you can play it on your teammate, they can play it on you, you can play it on yourself. We have seen people stuck at a -4 hinder. You can wait till they get -4, and then you can throw this thing on them, gets rid of that 4, and gives them a +1. That is a net 5 right there. Or you can stack it on yourself, and then they can hinder you after that. So if you have, 3 Sirs stacked on you and you're +3, then people can start to bring out the hinder. But what it does is it makes you stop and think when you're going to hinder. So now you got a defense for it. So if you don't like being -4, then now you got an option. All right, that is tonight's bundle. Kel, we got a lot of people picked up this bundle, so if you can type it in chat, and I'll read through it real quick. We are going to start in exactly 2 minutes. I started to stream tonight later. I wanted to try to see how much I could talk. I didn't have 30 minutes worth of talking to do, so I started at 8:10. This will probably be more of the norm, 8:10 to 8:15, so we can go through our standings, we can go through PCP points, we can go through all the items, and we can answer some of the questions if we need to do that. But I know you guys are excited to play. For me, it's been a long 4 days. Now look, we played Friday night. We had the portal test going on, but 2 months is a long time to go without inventory. Now, last thing I'm going to say before we start tonight's match, and I'm not being critical. Sometimes when you post messages, people read between the lines and they think like, it's kind of rude of Kills the way he posted that. My message today is very simple. If you use items you don't have, there will be a 10-point deduction for those items. With the amount of time that we put into inventory, if you're using something like you don't have a tape, you don't have an ASC, you don't have something, it means you didn't look. So what I want you guys to do, and again, we won't be this strict on things all the time, But when we do inventory, it's important that you guys check this, especially for high-use items. If you're out there using Sly Spark, and you don't have them, then you're going to be penalized, which means I reserve the right after this game to go back and see if there's 10, 50, 20, 30, 40, 50, 100 points. So pay attention to the stuff you have tonight. Again, as we get further away from inventory, I'm a little bit more lenient with it. But tonight, I need you guys to be on point. Everybody understand that. So I don't want anybody to walk away from that thinking it's a negative message. That was not the intent. I need you guys to put as much ownership of your inventory as I do, because I put a lot of ownership into it. Believe me, like about 50 hours of ownership the past 4 days. Been crazy. All right, you can see tonight's bundle. Check it out. We got Craven, Trigger, Jules, B-Dub, Crimson Cat, Moonshot, Valar, Flyrod, Dimes, Father Ron, Samurai, Dow, Bones, J-Law, Football, Tiny, Rajan, Kel, and E-Beach. So there you go. There's tonight's pet bundles, everybody. Enjoy. And not only the pet bundle, there's some nice extras in that as well. Obviously, the Elysium, the Heal Smoke, the Heal and Seal Smoke, the Goat Grenades that you can only get tonight. And it's good stuff. Okay. Everybody, and the pet can be played tonight, so we'll know who's playing and who's using these pets in the future. Okay. If you were a starter tonight, and that means if you're Trigger, Justice, Cat, Father Ron, Dimes, Crimson, Ocean Man, or Craven, I only want to see those 8 buffs. Those 8 buffs and only those 8 buffs. Everybody else, hold tight in chat for a minute. We want to be able to screenshot this to make it easy for our inventory team. So I just want to see those 8 players that are starting. And as you guys know, there are no bosses tonight. So it is going to be much, much different. There are no cyborgs. You can't disable cyborgs. So I think it's going to be a fast-moving match. Just my personal feeling. We got Crimson, Ocean Man, Craven Light, Trigger, Ron, Dimes, Cat, Justice. And that is our starting 8. All right, here we go. Taking you down to the SLY. I love this map. I love this color coordination. Here it is, everybody. Let's have a good match. May the best team tonight win the match. All right, boss's day off, everybody. We've got starting out, going first, and in the captain position, Tank Craven Light. Following Craven Light in the tank position, we got Justice across the way. Following Justice, we got Ocean Man. Ocean Man is firmly entrenched in the bomber zone in the well. After Ocean Man, we got Father Ron up in the rover zone. After Father Ron, we got Deadly Dimes in the rover. Dimes will be followed by Trigger in the bomber position. And then Trigger is going to be followed by Crimson Tide Priestess. Look, she even got her name underneath her. Look at that. I mean, that's sporting your zone right there. And then on the other side, we got Cat, who will be finishing out the round and also going last. All right. Craven Light, you're on the clock, and I'm going to give you exactly 15 seconds to get your move in. 15 seconds. And you never know with Craven Light. Sometimes it is something. I knew it. I knew he was going dungeon. Craven Light to the dungeon. Trigger, report to the dungeon. As you guys know, dungeons means no legendaries. Always a lot of fun. We got 2 snipers in there. You don't get a career kill. Well, you get a career kill, but you don't get the points for a career kill, but you can still get a ruffled feather. But the important thing is 200 points. All right, we're going to start out with the maze, body and soul. So Trigger and Craven Light, if you're ready to duel in the maze, the first to give me 4 numbers, give me a 999. And this is going to be fast. All right, taking a little bit of time here, so we'll try this again. All right, I'm going to do a speed test here because that took about 45 seconds. So trigger and Craven Light on the count of 3. I need you to put 999. 1, 2, 3. All right, we're gonna need trigger to refresh. She's about a 45-second lag. All right, here we go. We'll try it again. All right, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, it's pretty fast. All right, here we go. All right, we're going into the maze. First 4. Let's go. All right, we got a lot of orange up there, everybody. Who's going to give me those 4 numbers first? Craven says 9517. It is 9517. Craven a little bit faster. Craven Light, Pet Repel, Ward, or Seal. All right, he's going Pet Repel. Craven Light, your move. Craven Light went in the mind. He needs to win the body or the soul. All right, going to Steel Trigger Psycho. Red Stasis to trigger. All right, Send Smoke will not transport outside of the portal. So he's playing Send Smoke to lower her base. Lunacy. And Pegasus ammo from the Law Dog. All right, trigger. Probably nothing you can do about it because you don't have a Psycho. So just confirm that it hits. All right, hits. She does have absorption, which will absorb a little bit of it, but it's going to be a lot to get through. Now, her APR, 500. So that is going to help a little bit. Craven Light, 1,100 getting through, taking her base down to 2,700 down to 1,600. Trigger sitting at 1,600, which is roughly 60%ish, so about a 40% shot from Craven right out of the gates. Trigger, your move. You're sitting at around 60%, Craven at 100%, and going to take you down one rung. Craven at 100, has Pet Repel, still has his first turn absorption. Trigger sitting at 1,600 base of her 2,700. And Craven has already won the mind. All right, give Trigger about 5 more seconds to get her move in. All right, going to steal Craven Psycho. Going to drop a Pet Repel. And Red's Revenge with absorption, Craven. It hits. No juice. But it is going to break his absorption. But not going to get any damage through because it had no juice on it. So Craven loses his absorption. He's still in the top row. And Craven Light, your final move. Give Craven about 10 more seconds to get his move in. And after that, we got Trigger. Gold Tanner to Trigger, ignores Pet Repel. Going to drop a seal. And F5 standard ammo from the Law Dog. All right. So good move by Craven Light. Gold Tanner is going to ignore the Pet Repel, and it's going to get through to her absorption. So he's basically just killing her absorption with that. No additional damage goes through. But now he loads up with standard ammo and he says, let me mix it up. I'm going to go regular damage instead of AP. So that's going to hit. She's got nothing for it. It's also going to take her down to the rack and then drop her down one more level. But he is mix matching the two types of damage. All right, so Law Dog. From her health, F5 Craven Light. Taking her down to 67%. All right. 1,600 base trigger, 67% of your health. And then we're taking down another 10 for the rack, which is 57. And he's got you down 3 rungs, and he has Maze. Your final move, Trigger. All right, she says, that's enough. Congrats. Tapping out. I don't disagree. She's got Pet Repel still. Craven Light with a couple buffs. Let's take them back to the main field, and let's give Craven Light that first 200-point victory with the Mind, Body, and Soul. They will keep their buffs once they drop out, and their health will reset. So nice 200-point start for Team SLY. All right, let's go from Craven Light over to Justice. Justice, you're on the clock, and you get to start out for your team. Normally, Craven would take you in the dungeon, but I guess he figured, wait a minute, he's a ninja. Don't want to deal with those preventions just yet. It's early. But scoring could be at a premium tonight, so that 200 points, we'll see how that plays out. We got Justice, and we got Ocean Man, and we got Father Ron. And I know Ron's already calculating. Justice says, give me the tank. I'm all about them cannonballs. That's what I'm talking about. Look at VOX getting on the scoreboard early. Justice with a 25-point score right out of the gates. Going to go red Toxie to Crimson. I know he didn't concoct that. That is Ron. That is Ron like, yeah, let's send red Toxie over to Crimson early. Come on, Ron. All right, you're going to send red Toxie to Crimson, Seal, and Cadet to the Temple Flame. All right, let's put out this first flame. Red Toxie is going to break Crimson's absorption. A Seal. And a Cadet. Justice is Samurai's dad. And Crimson's like, who's Justice? Not going to be on my Christmas list. All right, Tank, Toxie, Seal, and a Cadet. All right, let's go from Justice over to Ocean Man. Y'all really want to make Crimson mad in round 1? Come on. Can't you wait till like 3 or 4? All right, Ocean Man going with Dark Faith. What you got to have, Ray? Got to have a faith, the faith, faith. I got to have a faith, the faith, the faith. All right, Cosmic Collar. No Psycho. Blue Gel to the Temple. Ron, you can't Psycho it. Confirm that it hits, unless you're going to burn something else on it. Ray, the only thing is with that, you would have to pick a person to do that. So you can't generically pick it. So but it hits. All right, so let's just make a hit, and then let's put out that Temple Flame. And actually, hold on a second, Ray. I might be wrong about that. I should know because you played this a few times. But hang on, Ray. Don't hold me to that. Give me a second. If I'm wrong, but I want to check it. I am wrong, Ray. You are correct. Your attack, or your pet cannot be the target of the pet you choose. Ray absolutely played it correctly, and I'm wrong. So he played it the right way, and Ron cannot prevent it. So that means nobody could psycho it. He knows his gear. Like, Kills, what are you doing? Trying to nerf my gear. All right, let's go from Ocean Man went Dark Faith, dropped the seal, and then went Cosmic Collar, and then got rid of the flame. All good stuff there. All right, let's go from Ocean Man over to Father Ron. Father Ron up to something diabolical tonight. I don't know what it is. But I sense some sneakiness. He's going to get into Rover. All right, Ron into Rover. Going to grab that tire. So we already got Vox with a tire. And he's going to drive over to the temple. Let's drive without him. Get into Rover, Ron. All right, he's back. Going to play Pet Repel. Going to red gel Strawman now. See, Ron thought he was going to be good with that Azure, though. But Ray, tell him why that Dark Faith doesn't bounce. No. Because it's a legacy, it's not a legendary. Azure can be the only legendary pet in play. So if there's another one, it bounces it so it's out of play. But since Dark Faith is a legacy, not a legendary, Faith was a legendary, Dark Faith is a legacy. All right, Dark Psycho from Dimes. So they're going to stop the Straw Man. Now, Dark Psycho is a big play too. So that's the first Psycho of the game. Now, Ron, you cannot use a legacy on your next turn because of Dark Psycho. So Dimes is stopping it, but it's also going to prevent you from using any legacy. Dark Boss, Dark Shadow, any legacy. And they stopped the shot. All right, let's go from Ron over to Dimes. Man, you guys doing some sneaky, tricky stuff tonight. This is Boss's day off. You guys can't be like doing diabolical stuff. We got Dimes, and then we got Trigger, who will skip. Dimes says, you know what? You going to get in the rover? I'm going to get in the rover. Let's give Dimes that other tire. Got points up on the board. Dimes with 25. She's going to drive into the temple too. All right, we got a game of chicken here. Ron and Dimes in the temple with their rovers running. Gonna play Rod, Pet Repel, Absorption. All right, we got Rod. We got a Pet Repel. We got Absorption Potion. And Ron, she's gonna shoot a straw man. Got a straw man battle going on. Ron says, hold up. Wait a minute. Hey. Red Psycho from Justice. All right, we got one Psycho to one Psycho. Now, we'll get that first Psycho in place. Going to get rid of Dimes' gear absorption, but she just played a regular absorption, so she stacked it, expecting something like that was going to happen. So in the rover, drive to temple, plays Rod, Pet Repel, absorption, and standard ammo, red gel. And it's shut down. Let's go from Dimes over to Trigger. Oops, we skipped Trigger because she's in the dungeon. And let's go to Crimson Tide. Better watch out, Ron. She might have her sights set on you. We got Crimson Tide, and we got Cat. You know what? Since bosses aren't played, we might see some pets we ain't seen in a while. This might be like a pet night. I feel like is it Wall's day off? Got Crimson and we got Cat. And then we'll calculate some scoring. Tonight will be very low scoring. All right, SLY will give Crimson about 10 more seconds to get her move in. There it is. Dark Fido to Satan. Heal and Seal. And S8 Cadet to Bury the Dead. All right, I like this. All right, Heal and Seal is good. Dark Fido. Again, we're going to see some pets we have not seen in a while. And it's going to hit until killed. And Ron is immune to Pet Repel. So you got that nagging Dark Fido. It's going to be right there. So we're going to start out. It is going to get rid of Ron's absorption. Ron was hit. He was not hit with the Dark Psycho earlier. but the shot was prevented. So Fido is going to hit his absorption, and it'll keep attacking until he kills it. And S8 Cadet to bury the dead. Crimson, give me 4 numbers from 1 to 9. Now remember, the rover is not dead, and the tank is not dead. So if one of those two come up, nothing is buried. So she, in essence, has to get rid of the Scarage. Both are occupied. They're both alive and well. Three, 5, 8, 1. 3. 5. That's a good one. 8. 1. All right, Crimson. You need a Scarage. Give me 3 more numbers. Might work out after all. The odds were against you to start out, but all you need, and I'll go in the order of your numbers, all you need is 1 Scarage, and that bad boy is buried. She goes 9, 2, 6. Let's start out with 9. All right. It can't be a tank. Number 2. It's a rover. It can't. All right. Next one is what it's going to be. Number 6 is a Scarage. Woo! You barely got that one. All right. That was as best as she could hope for. All right, so if you thought in SLY you're going to be releasing a Scarage, you're not. So you ain't getting those points. All right, we have buried the dead. All right, let's go from Crimson over to Cat. Cat, finish out round number 1 for us. Creole to Dimes. Creole is going to break Dimes. Pet Repel. And give it to Cat. Going to drop Seal. And I'm going to try to light Straw Man. Red Psycho for Motion Man. All right, so that Psycho is the final Psycho. Craven's fighting over it. So that Psycho is going to break Cat's first turn absorption, and that means we are at the end of round number 1. So at the end of round number 1, I've got Ron in the Temple, Dimes in the Temple, DZ, 25-25. Strawman, 0-0. And two of the last defenders of the year battling it out tonight. We got Cat with a halo, and we got our reigning defender of the year, Crimson Tide, with a halo. All right, let's go to round number 2. Round number 2, we go to Craven. We skip Craven, and we go to Justice. VOX is going to pick up a move this round. We got Justice, Ocean Man, and Ron next to act. Give you guys 15 seconds each. All right, Justice going to drive to the temple steps. Rod, Pet Repel, F4 Rapture loaded to the wall. I like the way this guy thinks. Rod, Pet Repel, I think he's had some pretty good training. Red, dark blue from Crimson Tide. Okay. Let's get that first blue of the game. It is a red, dark blue, which means it's going to do multiple things. It is going to break his seal. Because it's red. And the dark blue is going to stop the grenade, and it's going to nerf their next one. All right, so we are going to nerf that next one with the red, dark blue. All right, let's go from Justice over to Ocean Man. And that is going to be a 25% nerf to the next grenade attack that is successful by Team VOX. We got Ocean Man, and then we got Ron, a.k.a. Satan. Well, that's a far fall, Ron, going from Messenger of the Lord to Satan. Gold Curtis to the wall. Dust over to Ron. Ron, you got more things on you right now than I care to count. And going to try to light that straw man, Ron. Gold Curtis to the wall, and then a straw man shot. Ron says, wait. Gold Psycho from himself. All right, Ocean Man, he's going to break that seal. Final Psycho for both teams. Nobody will be playing a Psycho. Gold Curtis does hit the wall, and yes, ladies and gentlemen, we have the first wall damage. Ray taking down that first block. Via Pet. Black block off the board. Let's go from Ocean Man over to Ron. Ron, your move. Ron is dusted. Ron has his Azure out. Ron has Dark Fido hitting him. And you know what? Ron, I'm getting rid of your Pet Repel. Because she hit you with Dark Fido. Dark Fido should have got the pet repel, and it would have repelled Dark Fido. So Dark Fido's out of play too. He still would not have taken any damage. But Ron had played Pet Repel, then Crimson played Dark Fido. So Fido out of play, Ron no Pet Repel. Ron driving over to the bomber zone. Going to send her for points. Going to drop a seal. Ron, you can change that move because you don't have Fido. So I'll let you replay that. Just the attack portion. And it doesn't have to be a Trixie, you can play it. But since Fido's not in play, because that's my fault. So move to bomber area, sender, seal, and then he's going to change the attack. And he is going to haunt Ray to lower his damage. All right. He wants Trixie to the wall. And to Crimson. Does it? There you go. Well, you know what? I guess I read it and then I forgot. So, all right. Well, let's go back then. Give Ron his Pet Repel back. All right, Craven. F4 Trixie to the wall and to Dark Fido. We're back to where we were. I guess that was the reason why I left it on there. All right, so Trixie's going to hit the wall. Ray's going to prevent the Dark Fido. All right, so let's put that back. All right, Craven. Does the F4 Trixie hit the wall? Yay or nay? All right, hits, which means it's going to get rid of this 25% debuff. And it is an F4 Trixie, but it's 25% less. So it's going to be an F3 Trixie. Split. Not quite, Ron. 75% of a black block. 25% of the black block remaining. All right, so if you guys are confused, let me catch you up. And just forget that I ever did the whole thing with the red Fido. So Ron still has, or not red Fido, Dark Fido. Ron still has Dark Fido on him. So it got rid of his absorption last round, did not get rid of his Pet Repel. Ron has a seal now, still has a Pet Repel, still has Dust Smoke, but he plays a Trixie, which is going to slightly hit the wall, and Ray prevents it on the Fido, so Fido stays. All right, let's go from Ron over to Dimes. More to come on Ron here in a little bit. All right, Dime's going to Talon Ocean Man to the Temple. Dark Faith is going to follow. Seal and light a Straw Man. First Straw Man is on fire. That is going to break Dime's absorption with the inhalation. But they do have a Straw Man. All right, let's go from Dimes over to Trigger. Trigger will teleport back to the bomber zone over here with Ron. So we have Trigger, Crimson, and Cat. Gold Blitz, Dark Fido, Seal, F5 Rapture loaded to the wall. Craven Light. Got Gold Blitz to kill Dark Fido. He says it hits. Dark Fido is out of play. She drops the Seal. The F5 Rapture hits, but it's not the first damage to the wall. The wall's already been hit by Ron's Trixie, so they won't get the teardrop. But they'll still get a pretty good bit of damage. Finishes the black block, green block, green block. All right, let's go from Trigger over to Crimson. Yep, and let me steal that block for Deadly Dimes. Take that green block off the board. I think Rod needs to be a brighter color. We got Crimson and we got Cat. We give each one of them 15 seconds to get their moves in. We got SLY with an MBS win. We got both teams with a tire. And we got VOX with a cannonball. And we got a slight wall lead for Team VOX. All right, Crimson's going to go Pet Repel. Going to haunt Ron for damage. Going to go Dark Icky to Ron. So Dark Icky targeting Ron means he will lose all seals, repels, and buffs. And then Dark Icky's going to hit all other players as well. All right, so Ron. losing his seal, losing his pet repel, losing his pre-match buffs. Trigger's going to lose her pet repel. Cat's going to lose her pet repel. And Justice is going to lose his. That's a pretty good shot there, taking down 4 pet repels in one round. All right, Dark Icky's out of play. Gonna haunt Ron. What are we haunting him for? Crimson. And let's go ahead and light straw man number 2. Going to lower his health. And that straw man is going to kick back to Crimson. It's going to break her seal. 2 straw man lit, and Ron, your damage is lower. I'm sorry, your health is lower. Via Crimson. All right, Dark Icky, Red Gel, Pet Repel, and then Honk. Cat, bring us home. End of round number 2. An Ion Ray out of the temple. And drop him down here in the no zone. Going to send her for points. Max Seal on Ron. Absorption and a cadet. Put out one as straw man. All right, that's the end of the round. End of the round, I've got 25-25. Straw man, I've got 5 for SLY, 0 for VOX. Justice is going to get the temple because he's on the stairs. 1 blessing. 1 blessing. Halos, we got 1 for Cat, 1 for Crimson, so 2 each. Captains, give me your subs in round number 3. All right, Trigger heading out. Football coming in. Bones coming in for Ocean Man. All right, Ron. Losing his seal. Bones, you're going to start out at %. Cat's going to lose her seal. Elevation. Crimson's going to lose her pet repel. Elevation. Ron loses seal. Bone starts out at 80. And the 2 people in the DZs lose their stuff. All right, I got buffs for Bones. I got buffs for football. So let's start out. Craven Light, you are outside of the dungeon, but you are right where you are. SLY, are we playing the squid or are we killing the squid? Let me know why Craven's getting his move in. They're going to kill it. They don't think they need it tonight. No squid, everybody. A collective boo. That's fine. They all want to see you guys bid on the squid. But it's dangerous. Grizz to Justice. Max Seal Crimson. F4 Seismic loaded to the wall. All right, going to move Craven in range. Going to put him in the no zone. Send that seal over to Crimson. So, Ron, you got a Grizz to Justice, and you got a F4 Seismic, both. Gold blue from Cat's going to stop the grenade. First blue of the game for Team VOX. Gold blue to Craven. That's going to get rid of his seal. Grizz is going to hit. Going to knock him out of the tank and the temple. His pet comes with him. The tank does not. Craven's like, if I can't get it with the Seismic, I'm going to get it with the Grizz. All right, let's go from Craven over to Justice. Start of Justice turn. Rod is going to hit. It's going to get rid of that blue block. Got Justice, and then we got Bones. And then we got Ron. Brand new format tonight, everybody. This is called Boss's Day Off. We're still going 30 turns. We started early. There are no bosses. There are no Kangs. There are no cyborgs. Normally, this would be a round where bosses would be capping and cyborgs would be slapping. But that is not the case tonight. Buford's heading back over to the temple. Let there be justice. Like, hey, nobody's there. I'm in it to win it. Also dropping Red Nolan. A little bit of Seal and Thrill. E3 Red's Revenge loaded. Craven says let it hit because he ain't in a tank. Does get the bonus of the Thrill, though, so we're giving him equivalent to a Fury 4 Red's Revenge. It's another nice hit. Double blue for Justice. All right, let's go from Justice over to Bones. Bones, you're up. After Bones, we got Ron. All right, going to go Putrid Choker on Ron. All right, Ron, we haven't seen this in a while. It's going to be D5 if it hits. And it's going to remove 8 H5 from your maximum health every turn you're in play. So to gradually deteriorate your health. Starts out with a D5. And then she's going to go Dune to spread the flame. And also going to steal Justice Seal. And then a big grenade hit, which is going to be about a E7. We'll get to that in a second. Shifting Winds is the air wand. And it was just played, so she can do that. So Buford, she's stealing that seal, bringing that over to her. Let's take the air wand out of play. All right, so we know the Putrid Choker. We're also going to Dune to spread the flame. And S7, St. Elmo loaded to the wall, and going to haunt Justice for damage. Red-blue from football. All right, Ron, does the Putrid Choker hit? Let's get that red-blue to stop the grenade. And that's going to break Amy's seal. And football is going to intervene. All right. So you intervene the choker, and I love that item. That is probably an automatic intervene, Amy. So stops him. But they are going to spread the flame, so we got a second flame. And she takes no damage because it's a pet. Choker stopped. Dune spreads. Shifting Wands comes over to her. Breaks it immediately. It would resolve and then break. And an F4-3, St. Elmo, and the Haunt Justice. So pretty powerful move. Ron had to use a lot to stop it. Let's go over to Ron. Ron, you're up. I mean, any move you can get a blue and an intervene out is probably a pretty good move. We got Ron, Dimes, Football, Crimson and Cat. Ron still in the rover, still with the dust smoke. Still got Azure following him around. All right, he's going to move over to the rover zone. Unholy the smoke. Nitro to Bones to give him a seal. F5's Red Revenge with Echo. So he's going to send a point of rage down to Football. That's an S6. Red's Revenge. It's starting to add up a little bit. Gold Nitro to Amy. Not much. Going to take her from 80 down to 75. She's okay. But Ron gets that seal back. But an S6 Red's Revenge. Red block. 50% of a red block. 2.5 red remaining. And pushing a point of rage down to Football Master. All right, let's go from Ron over to Dimes. All right, Dime's going to leave the temple. Heading over to the rover zone. She's going to Grizz, Justice, Thrill, and she does have unlimited range. Smart move by Dimes. She's going to put a -1 on Ron. Hinder. All right, hinder Ron to give him a -1. Move the rover. Grizz to Justice. And Ron, that's looking like an F5. Red's Revenge loaded to the wall. It hits. All right, Dimes. Playing a little catch up here. Green block. Blue block. 50% of a blue block. Nice catch up shot. VOX still up a few blocks, though. All right, let's go from Dimes over to the Football Master. Football. You got a +1 hanging around. See what you want to do with it. Football, Crimson, and Cat. I'm going to give each one of them 15 seconds. 15 seconds for each player to get their move in. Football is good to go. Quick move. Appreciate that, Football. He's going to move over to the temple. I need to launch Justice out. All right, so Justice did get Grizz last turn. So I'm going to send him and his Nolan over here. Not only is he going to take the Grizz damage, but he's landing in the SLY swamp. Ray would call him a swamp creature. So I've got Justice down to 85 from that Grizz attack. But Football's going to head over. There's 2 chambers open, so Football's going to occupy one of them. Then he's going to Talon Justice back to the temple. So now they got it on lock. Going to play a Max Seal. And Craven says, you know what? That's a little too much grenade there. S8 Elmo, nope. Brings the gold blue out from Dimes. Second blue. Each team's used 2 blues. Now, just played that seal, so it hasn't resolved yet. Football, down to 80% from the gold blue. I got Football at 80. I got Justice 85. And I've got Bones at 75. Everybody else at 100. Temple, Talon Justice to the temple. Drops a seal. Grenade would have been an S9. It stopped because Deadly Dimes plays the blue. Let's go from football over to Crimson. Crimson, give you 15 seconds. Final move for SLY in round number 3. And then Kat, you're up next. Crimson and Kat, both holding down the DZs. Big shout out. Justice went from watching the game to being a starter. Pretty impressive stuff. Going to gold blitz to his Nolan, though. Crimson says, hey, welcome to Play Dead Live. Gold blitz to your Nolan. Going to send a dust to Justice. He's getting the Deacon. He's getting a Deacon treatment now. All right, Ron, gold blitz to Nolan. She's going to light a straw man. And the dust is going to happen. Kat, you're on deck, so be ready to go. Ron says it hits. Sorry, Justice. Nolan is no moss. And Crimson spreading a flame. But that shot is going to break her seal. You guys can see how tough these straw men are now. But SLY does have 3 straw men lit up. All right, let's go to Kat. Kat, your move. And go Raul. We may do a Walking Dead stream tomorrow, but I can't get into it tonight. So, appreciate you guys being here, but we're doing Play Dead Live tonight. But if we don't do a stream tomorrow, we'll definitely do a pretty big stream next Sunday night. She's going to lose her seal, Ron. So, no, she didn't because she had a seal. All right, red nitro to Crimson. Pet repel. And Cadet to Strawman. All right, Craven Light says it hits. So going to be a little bit of damage to Crimson. Red Nitro ain't doing much to her, though. She has amazing gear and really, really high stats. She gets mad when I tell everybody she has really, really high stats. But you can probably tell that Red Nitro only did 5% damage to her. That she does. And she tells Ron to worry about himself. All right, Red Nitro to Crimson, Pet Repel, Cadet to Strawman, putting out one of them. All right, still 2 remaining. And that is the end of round number 3. End of round number 3. I got Kat getting a blessing. I got Crimson getting a 3rd blessing. I got... Or getting Halo, sorry. Team VOX getting a blessing. SLY not getting a blessing. So Kat has 3 Halos. Crimson has 3 Halos. I've got 10 points to 0 on the straw man. The DZ still 25-25. So pretty close in both departments. And Temple occupied by Justice and football. All right, Craven Light, final move of round number 4. Let's go. Give everybody 15 seconds, get your move in. It's going to be a speed round, everybody. Be ready to rock and roll. Going to go Dark King to Ron. Doesn't want Ron to have Regis. Going to play Heal and Seal. Mania Cabal Arrow double strike to Justice and the Avalanche Wand. Avalanche is ice, which means there are going to be no blessings this turn. Craven just ruined the temple party, everybody. So no blessings for either team this turn. So Dark King, Ron, no Regis. Heal and Seal. Mania Cabal Arrow double strike with an Avalanche Wand. All right. Justice. Floater Gear. Craven Light. Justice after AP and base. $1,200 getting through, taking him down to $1,300. He double strikes it again, checks his AP. Another 300 getting through. Craven Light taking Justice all the way down to 1,000 base. From 25 down to 1,000 with the double strike. Ron lost his Regis. Craven Light going Mania, Cabal, double strike. That's a lot of AP damage. And not somebody I would want to be unleashing AP on me. All right, let's take it over to Justice. Justice, your move. That was kind of rude, actually. Welcome to PvP. And while we're waiting on Justice move, I want to give a big shout out to Craven, Moonshot, a lot of you guys, J-Law, Ron, Trigger, that donated items to the new players. So not only they have good gear, but also a lot of good slots filled up. So I want to thank all you guys for, well, they're not as much like sitting ducks as some of you guys were when you first started. But it was cool to do the inventory this weekend and see all the items that got sent over to people. We got Justice, we got Bones, and then we got Father Ron. Moonshot's like, got more on the way. Moonshot, you think you can overnight that with a whole lot of APR? Because it looks like it's about to get ugly in here. We got Justice up, and then we go to Bomber Bones. All right, Aces Moxie, Heal and Seal, Absorption, and Whiskey. That's pretty smart. All right, Heal and Seal. Absorption. All right, that's a nice move. But you know what? That's the way the game is. That's the way to play defense. So Whiskey's going to give him 50% back. And that is going to take him back to right at 2,400 base. So Craven Light unloaded, got a big shot. Justice said, I got to spend all my time. I can't get an attack. I got to heal up. And he did. But we can't give him, we can't give him, no. We can't give him the whiskey. Oh, no. He used the absorption. Oh, boy. I got to back it out. All right. Justice goes back up to 1,350. If he'd have played the whiskey before the absorption, he would have gotten a heal. But it's double potion. So Aces Moxie, Heal and Seal, and the absorption, no whiskey. All right, let's go over to Bomber Bones. We got Bones, and then we got Ron. Give you guys 15 seconds each. Moon, APR is one of the best stats in the game. It just has a really, really good cumulative effect. All right, Bomber Bones, give you 10 more seconds. And Ron, you're on decks to be ready to go. Ron's sitting in the rover zone, so is Dimes. All right, 5 more seconds, Bones. Get your move in. There it is. Aces Roxy. Strawman, Heal and Seal. Lunacy Diablo to Justice. All right, she's going Seal Breaker. But she's got to heal herself a little bit. So Heal and Seal take Bones back up to 85. All right, Roxy to light a straw man. And, Bones' AP is no joke. All right, Bones. Going to get 950 through, but he does have absorption, so it is going to break his seal. Going to buffer some of it. 750 getting through, leaving Justice at 600 health. Roxy hits, heal and seal. Lunacy breaks the seal. Buffers a little bit with absorption. The rest goes through. We got Justice sitting at 600. Let's go over to Father Ron. Ron, your move. This is what is called a pressure campaign. Got a lot of different things from a lot of different fronts. Is it going to be damage? Is it going to be pet? It's going to be direct damage. Or is it going to be the PCP bonus points going to decide tonight? We got Ron, Dimes, Football, Crimson and Cat. Ron, give you 10 more seconds. And after Ron, Dimes, be ready to go. All right, Ron is going to head over to the tank zone. Going to sacrifice Azure, give him 20% back. Smart move by Ron. He had the legendary pet just kind of waiting for him. Going to take Justice back to 1100. Let me check that to see if it's 20 or 25. It is 20. I was correct. Binds to Bones, S6 Rampage. All right, binds to Bones. Let's go ahead and break her seal. Amy's going to take you back to 75. Ron is not in a tank and needed a little more juice. Good grenade. Good boost there, Ron, but you got a -1 hinder. S6 makes it an S5. And we've seen this play out. So Ron able to take down 1.5, leaving 1 red block. Maybe setting it up for somebody else. Craven's been paying attention. He knew it was going to take down the wall. So move to tank zone, sacrifices your binds, and then the Red's Revenge. He does have the Rampage, which will kick it up to the Rampage is going to kick it up to an S7. With the hinder. Actually, Ron got a little bit of extra damage. Ron, not quite a full block. Actually, 65 red remaining. Let's take it from Ron over to Dimes. We got dimes, and then we got football. I think dimes is following Ron. You go to the tank zone, I go to the tank zone. Come on, dimes, get some originality, will you? You know what? Mythic Quiller. That's originality. Mania Pegasus with Mangle. Oh, yeah. All right. Do like me some Mangle. Add extra AP boost. All right, to start with Quiller. Ron, you got Quiller and you got a big shot coming in. So she's going to add AP 28 from Red Quiller. And then Mania Pegasus. With Mangle. So Quiller is going to get through, going to take Justice down to 1050. And he's going to use Intervene on the shot dimes. All right, time's moving to the tank zone. Quiller's going to hit. Not only is he going to do that AP damage, he's going to take him down to 90%. There's the Intervene. So Pegasus, shot stopped, Mangle, a nice play there. Justice still at 1050 base, which is about 40% of his base and 90% of his health. All right, let's go over to football. Football, you're up. Football, Crimson and Cat. Football's going to take that last block. Going to Regis Justice, Thrill Smoke. Ooh. Football's been around a little while. Dimes, been teaching him a little too well. All right, he's going to 6 to block. Craven Light. The 6 hit. And then Regis with the Thrill Smoke and M7 Red's Revenge. Bones is going to intervene the grenade. You know what? It was going to work out the same way either way. All right, going to 6 the wall. Is his play, his legendary, his gold block. Football Master grabbing a gold block. Good job, football. 50-point shot. Grenade is stopped with Intervene. And Regis is going to bring Justice back up to 1650. All right. Crimson, final move for SLY in the first half. Football's on point tonight. Super fast gameplay. Grizz Vines and standard ammo. All right. Gonna Vines Ron. So, Ron, what do you want to do about all that? So you got Vines, and after Vines, you got Grizz, and then you got a standard ammo red gel. Ron is going to prevent. All right, Ron's preventing the Vines. Grizz is going to hit his seal. And Crimson's going to light another straw man, which is straw man number 3. And it is going to kick back and take her down to 85. Cat, final move of the first half. And then we'll bring in 5 players, everybody. Cadet Strawman and Petro to knock Crimson out of the DZ. And because of the Avalanche one, neither player will get credit for occupying the temple. So it's as if nobody was in the temple. Raven says, wait. We'll see if we're waiting on the SLY Shaw. She says, I'm out of here. Peace. No red Petro. Does the cadet hit? Cadet hits. Let's undo one of the straw man. That means at the end of round number 4, we got 10 points for SLY, 0 for VOX. No blessings are distributed. Both Cat and Crimson are going to get a halo. 25-25 in the DZ. And give me your second half substitutes. Lingering smokes are gone. Cat's going to lose Seal and Pet Repel. Sir Tim coming in for football. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Sir Tim, making his Faction War debut. Football heading out. I love it. Rovers are off the board. Animal for Bones, Tiny Extra Rover. All right, Animal coming in, starting at 80% health. Sir Tim coming in, starting at 80% health. Dr. Dye coming in as an extra defender. All right, look at that, and she's quick too. Love it. All right, so I need buffs from Dr. Dye. Sir Tim, got them both. Good job. You guys are on top of it. Now I need Animal and also Tiny. Here's the order, everybody. We're going to have Craven, Justice, Animal, Ron, Dimes, Sir Tim, Crimson, Cat, Tiny, and the Doc. Looks like we got all the buffs. Craven Light, let's start the second half. This is 2 rounds of 5 and then a final round of 4, which we don't know what the lineup. I don't even know what the lineup's going to be because it's got to be 3 starters and any random player. Craven Light. VOX has got some momentum. Might even have a slight lead. But SLY's the home team. Have they grinded out enough of the cooldowns to make a second half SLY move, or does VOX have a lot left in the tank? We're going to find out. Justice survived an onslaught. I wouldn't say it was an onslaught. It was 3 pretty good attacks, but Justice weathered the storm. Craven jumping into tank. And Craven getting that cannonball to start out. A few extra points for SLY. A Talon Animal over to the temple. Gonna throw some Tormented Justice. That's when you know you're getting respect, when you get tormented. And an E3 Seismic loaded. Well, guess what, Ron? That is a Super 8 Seismic loaded because they get 5 points of rage. Biggest grenade hit of the night. Craven Light able to get it done. Sneaking in the tank, getting that +5 bonus. And a seismic. That's 50 blue. Well, it ain't no more. That blue block's gone. That blue block's gone. That red block's gone. And 75% of the red block. Craven getting them right back in the game. All right, we've got Justice. You're back in the game. So let's see what Justice has in store. But he does have the Torment Smoke on him. And that is the first seismic hit of the game. So as you guys know, 2 seismic would flip something. I'm not sure what Craven's going to flip. Because, well, there's only one thing, I guess, right? So I guess we know what he could flip. Because all they have is a Scarage. All right, we got Justice, Animal, and Father Ron. The second half, we're trying to keep moves to 15 seconds, everybody. About 5 more seconds for Justice. And we got the Animal. Animal's like a veteran now. You guys remember when Animal was like the new player? Animal's like, dude, I got like 4 seasons under my belt now. Animal's like the Tom Brady of PDL. You know, Joe, it's probably better than being the Matt Ryan of PDL. All right, Team Box, where you guys hiding Justice? There he is. All right, he's going to head over to the temple, which is going to put him at the temple steps. Because right now we got 2 people in the temple. Grizz Animal. Decay Smoked Animal and a Seismic loaded to the wall. Huh. What do you think about all that, Craven? Justice is like, I'm going to kick him out of the temple. I'm going to put some Decay Smoke on him. And then I'm going to throw a Seismic. I told you guys Seismics were going to be pretty good. Gold Blue from Tiny. All right. Gold Blue is going to stop the grenade. Final Blue. That is going to hit Justice, and is going to take him down to 80%. Going to Grizz Animal over to the no zone. And going to put Decay Smoke on him, which means he cannot be sealed unless he first is healed. Got to heal away the Decay Smoke. An Animal started out at 80. The Grizz is going to take Animal down to 70 after the fall damage. So Animal sitting at 70 with Decay Smoke. Means he cannot be sealed until he's first healed. And Justice is on the stairs of the temple right now. All right, let's go from Justice over to the Animal. Animal, you're in the no zone, and luckily it's your home field. You don't take any damage from it. We got Animal, and then we got Father Ron. Ron's still rocking that hinder. Animal's like, dude, I'm just going to move back to the temple. And he does. Animal reoccupying the temple. Going to summon Gold Nolan because that's how Joe rolls with the big bomber pets. Let's put Gold Nolan up there waving at you. Heal and Thrill, M7, St. Elmo. Joe lighting up St. Elmo's fire. How about M7? Plus the Thrill, make it an M8. Plus Joe's awesomeness, make it an M8.1. The awesome factors calculated in there. Red, blue from Justice. All right, final blue of both teams. Neither team has psychos. Neither team has blues. This is going to be crazy. All right, so the M7, M8 is shut down. Elmo doesn't hit. He does get the Gold Nolan out, and he's back in the temple. Let's go from Animal over to the Messenger of the Lord. And appreciate you typing that. Justice is on point. I love the fact that when it's typed in, he immediately puts it in for the inventory team. Veteran stuff, man. Good job. We got Ron, Dimes, Sir Tim in the house. Ron's like, I got a whole slate of new players, but I love it. He's got versatility. You just never know. Never know which combination he's going to put together. Might be a team full of rookies, but they're playing hard tonight at Team SLY. Ron's going to head over to the DZ. His slight movement penalty to go to the DZ. Quarter turn. Going to turn Joe into an engineer. And no Thrill and Seal. Because of the movement, moving 2 spaces, you do not get the smoke, Ron. You do get the... Actually, you do get the smoke because you didn't play a pet. Ron's good. He does get the Thrill and Seal. All right, he moves. No pet. turns animal into an engineer. So no prevention for the animal. M7, make it an M8. Animal's going to evoke it. It's going to cut it in half. It's going to be equivalent to about a Ron's got hinder. Equivalent to about a 3.5 spruce. Slightly more. Black block. Animal big evoke. Saving the extra damage. That's a good legendary play. We go from Ron over to Deadly Dimes. That is correct. But he does not move out of the DZ. So, because his movement was first, his movement takes precedence over the attack. If he was established, he would have to move in. He's moving into the DZ. You are correct in the challenge. But, Ron, if you can type no Elmo, and Animal, if you can type no Evoke. All he gets credit for is the occupying of the DZ. And the smoke. So Ron moves to the DZ, plays the legendary, and plays the Thrill and Seal, but no grenade. Let's put that black block back up there. All right. Let's go from Ron over to Dimes. Ron was thinking he was still in the rover. He's like, dude, I got range. I can hit anything. All right. Dime's going to go to their DZ now. Dimes has a movement penalty as well because she's going across the map. But she gets a Creole and a shot, which she can do both. Creole is going to Dr. Die. Going to hit Dr. Die for a little bit. Take her down to 92%. And Ron, you got a flame number 3. Does it hit? All right, we got 3 flames of smoking. Dime's going to lose her seal for inhalation. All right, movement, Creole loses her seal. Let's go from Dimes over to Sir Tim. What does Sir Tim have in store? We got Tim, Crimson, Cat, Tiny, and the Doc. The only Doc in the game, by the way. Ace is Moxie, Heal and Seal, Absorption, Red's Revenge loaded. All right, putting out a flame. Good. Red's Revenge, no juice on it. Black block. %, of a green block. Got 85 green remaining. So Moxie puts out a straw man, Heal and Seal, Absorption, and Red's Revenge. And they're teaching the new players to come in and buff. It's like Protect yourself. All right, we go from Sir Tim over to Crimson. Crimson, Cat, Tiny, and Doc. VOX holding on to a slight lead right now. If Sly's going to turn it on, it needs to be turned on very soon. These rookies from VOX are storming into Sly. Do the Sly veterans have something up their sleeve? Going to send some mirror smoke over to Sir Tim. Going to go absorption. Max Spark. Dr. Die. And going to Blaze a straw man. Run. Blaze is going to, nothing preventable there, so it's going to do what it does. 3 straw man lit up. All right, we go from Crimson over to Cat. Cat, Tiny, and the Doc. I got a feeling Guild Chat is hopping. This game is close. It is good. It is a nice battle. It is Boss's Day Off. So the first time we're doing this, everybody's just trying to figure out a strategy, how to score, where the point's going to come from, and it's low scoring. Too late to go back and change strategies now, but there's still time to pull it out for either team. One thing I will tell you about PDL, you can't, maybe 4 seasons ago, you could like, we don't have to, we can take a little night off tonight and just do, you can't take a night off in PDL anymore. The teams and the players are just too good. It is certainly different with no bosses, for sure. And no cyborgs. And no Kangs. Can we send a search party out for Cat? VOX? This move has been 2 minutes. All right, you got 5 more seconds, and I'm going to nerf it. All right, DZ Portal. Cat stepping over to Crimson's world. Going to talent Tim over to the steps. The significance of that, she moves him out of the mirror smoke. Well played, well played. Mirror smoke doesn't have a target, it goes away. That's pretty subtle, but it's a good move. DZ Portal, talent him to steps, vines to Craven, gas blast to Animal. Vine's going to break Craven's seal. Also going to take Craven down to 90%. And gas blast animal. We got a Joe Sickle. All right. Animal blasted out. I got Joe back down to 80. He got the healing thrill earlier. All right, let's go from Cat over to Tiny. And after Tiny, we got the Doc. And we know the Doc is quick. All right, Tiny. 10 more seconds, Tiny. Gonna go combustion. Red nitro to Tim. Mirror smoke to Tim again. Max Spark die to keep her in place. Move him to the no zone. All right, red nitro to Tim is going to be first and foremost. That is going to get rid of his absorption. Going to give Tiny a seal. Going to play mirror smoke. He's at the steps of the temple along with Justice. Going to keep die in place and going to go combustion. All right, so any player in a zone over 1 is going to get blasted out. With the exception of Doc, because she's max sparked. Well, actually, no. It will blast her out, and the max spark will stick her in place. Much like a max spark and an ion, because it deals no damage. All right. Combustion's going to knock die out of there. It's going to knock Ron out of the DZ. It'll leave dimes. It's going to knock Cat out of the DZ. It's going to leave Crimson. All of their zones look like they are occupied properly. All right, Combustion leaves only one player in each zone. Red Nitro hits Tim. Mirror Smoke is surrounding his current location. Max Spark to die. And a M7 Red's Revenge with Rampage. It's M8. It's a nice shot, Tiny. Probably about all you could do. Red block. Red block. She does, Ron. But it's Tiny. Now, if I get back to calculating my damage, Ron, you don't mind? You have one challenge remaining. And Dimes, you're taking it down to 25% red. Not quite enough to get the wall down. We still got a quarter block remaining. Walls are close. But Tiny did not quite take it down. Let's go over to the dock. Ace is Moxie. Crimson going to use Chromica to get the extra points. Seal and Gas Blast Dimes. Putting out a Straw Man. Dropping a Seal. Spark will wear off at the end of this round. And Craven, you got a Gas Blast going to Dimes. Points are a premium. Does he want the DZ or does he want to let it fly? All right, and I promise in round 6, I'm going to keep you guys to 15 seconds. So we gave a little leeway in round 5, but in 6, we're going to push every player to get these moves in. So nerfs will happen if you don't get your move in 15 seconds. All right, they're going to prevent the Gas Blast, which is going to keep Dimes in place. Crimson using the prevention. So Straw Man, Seal, and a Gas Blast. At the end of the round, Justice will rotate in, which means Tim is going to stay at the foot of the stairs. Still has his Seal. But Justice was the first priority. Craven's going to get a blessing. Team VOX is going to get a blessing. Dimes is going to get a halo. Crimson's going to get a halo. Cat is not. Strawman is going to be, I put out one of Strawman. They actually had 3. Sorry, I'm going to move the top one. There are 2 Strawman lit. I took the middle one out. So SLY still has 10 in Strawman. And the DZ is going to be 75 for SLY, 0 for VOX. Kind of ironic. The SLY just gains points in the DZ when that's normally VOX's forte. In Temple, we got, in round 5, we got Craven on one side, and we got Justice in the other side. All right, round number 6, the final round of 5 people. Each player is 15 seconds. Craven Light, you're on the clock. After Craven Light, we got Justice. VOX, have your players ready to go. Craven, Justice, Animal, and then Ron are the first 4. Craven Light still sitting in the tank. Ten seconds for Craven Light. All right, going to go Red Cinder for points. Haze and Daze to Justice. Haze and Daze, such a good smoke. If you guys need a refresher. Not something you want to unholy. Nerf his attack 10%, slow him 25. If he unholies it, it'll stun him. Or if anybody else does. All right, Craven Light's going Smelter Arrow. It is a seal break. And he is going Mark for Death. Craven Light, what's the item for Mark for Death? What mask? Never mind, it's a max mask. All right. Max mask, Mark for Death. It's going to increase that by 50% with a Smelter Arrow. 1900 getting through. Sniper Tim sitting at 500 health. That's about a 75% shot. Craven Light with the max mask in one shot. Breaks a seal. It's a seal breaker. And that is no joke. All right, let's go over to Justice. Put Tim in the red zone, just like that. They tried to talon him out of the smoke the first time. Second time, he got stuck on the stairs with the second mirror smoke. All right, we got Justice, Animal, and Ron. Impaler, red pawed, Animal, dust to Craven. Seismic loaded to the wall. Not a bad idea to nerf Craven. Impaler. Going to get rid of Crimson's Absorption. Going to get rid of Tiny Seal. Going to hit Dimes. Going to hit Craven. Going to hit Animal for small amounts. Red Paw. Double strike Animal. We'll take Animal down to 70%. And they're going to evoke the grenade. So that's going to be one shot of Seismic. Each team has now landed Seismic. Is evoked, so it's going to cut it in half. S3. And as I said, a little more than a spruce. Got 85% of a green block remaining. Take it down. All right, let's go from Justice over to the Animal. Got the Animal, then Father Ron. Animal says, oh, Animal's heading over in range. Animal and Nolan. S8 Rapture loaded with Ignite. So he's got 25% of a red block. S8 Rapture, Thrill Smoke, and Ignite. Father Ron. Animal ain't playing games tonight. Now the Rapture effect is on Animal's grenade, which will be the first grenade, not Nolan's. But Animal doing some crazy stuff here. Okay, it hits. So here's what happens, okay? The Rapture hits first, which is from Animal with a whole lot of juice on it. And Ron says, we're just going to roll the dice here and see what happens. Now, the good news to that is Animal with a gold bar. Congratulations, Joe, getting on the gold bar board. $50 points for the Animal. And also, take them up top, give them their first wall damage. All right, and then after Animal hits, we got a fresh wall. We've got Nolan with an S8 Thrill with Ignite, which is about a S9.5, Joe. Wall is a little tougher, as we saw, but that's a big hit. Black, green, and green. SLY taking a wall lead. Big 1-2 combo shot for the Animal. All right, let's go from Animal over to Ron. Ron, your move. Ron's going to move to their DZ. Or his DZ, sorry. Regis over to Tim. I feel like your Regis was taken by Craven Light. Can we confirm that? I think he kinged your Regis early in the game. So, Ron, I'll let you play a alternate pet, but you don't have a Regis. Can play Absorption. So, Ron, you can play any pet you want because that Regis is not a valid option. So he's going to play Gold Orbital. Put Orbital up there on the wall. And we got a Gas Blasted Dimes. Craven Light says it hits. Boom. Dimes all the way over to the other side. Take that damage, Dimes. I got you at 94%. You got a lot of health, too. All right. Moves to DZ. Gold Spark Dimes. Gas Blast Dimes and Absorption. Let's go from Ron over to Dimes. We got Dimes, Sir Tim, Crimson, Cat, Tiny, and Doc. Ten more seconds, Dimes. Dimes going to turn into a ninja. I'm going to drop a little more mirror smoke on Tim. Elmo loaded to the wall. Ron, you got Elmo loaded to the wall with some Rampage. Dime's adding that +1. She'll get it again next turn. So +1 Elmo. Ron, hits or stop it? It hits. All right, going to give Dimes that 10 points for Elmo. And Dimes just enough juice. Take down a blue block. Don't hurt it now. All right, let's go to Sir Tim. Sir Tim, you're up and you are sitting in the mirror smoke again. We got Sir Tim, Crimson Cat, Tiny, and Doc. Activate Impaler. Back-to-back Impalers, baby. Love it. Man, if they level those up, woo! The Impaler brothers. Aces Moxie to Strawman. All right, we're going to put out number 2. They're down to 1 Strawman. Heal and Seal. All right, let's get these Impalers going. Everybody. Taking more AP. The problem with Impaler is it's very low AP. So there's no seals to be broken, but everybody in VOX, in SLY, Crimson, Tiny, Dimes, Craven, and Animal, all taking some AP damage. But it's very low AP damage. And he does hit the whiskey. Bringing him back to 1,800. No. Yes, 1,800. He already had 600 health left. All right. Yeah, well, guess who's not allowed to challenge? Dimes. Craven, would you like to challenge? All right. And Dimes, I got to hit you with a -25. You know the rule. Can't have randomness happening. All right. No aces Moxie. So he loses the pet play. Double pet. All right, let's move on for Sniper Tim to Crimson Tide. We got Crimson. We got Cat. Seal and Thrill. Aces Roxy. Standard ammo to the straw man. Ron. Crimson dropping to Seal. 2 flames lit. Going to spread 1. And she's going to shoot number 4. But before the Seal and Thrill resolves, Crimson is taking 10%. I got Crimson 75%. Cat, your move, 15 seconds. Thank you, Crimson. That was very fast. Way to keep the game rolling. All right, Cat's going to head to their DZ. Going to be back up here with Crimson. Like, what's up? All right, there you go. Going to drop Mythic Orbital. Cadet to Straw Man. I'm going to put out one of them. Going to fear Crimson. Down to the no zone. Okay. DZ, Mythic Orbital, Fear, and a Cadet. All good. Tiny, you're up. Got Tiny, we got Doc. Talon Crimson back to the DZ. Seal and Thrill. And bringing out the S8's Vlad's Verdict. Ron does not like the Vlad's Verdict, that's for sure. Ron says, wait. And we got Dr. Die waiting in the wings. And you do have full movement this time, Diana. You're no longer max sealed or max sparked. Gonna pawn if that Thrill and Seal. Craven's like, I should have waited 1 week. I should have kept it for a week. And in Medic Page, half that damage is going to her, which is going to hit her Seal. Well played. I missed that Medic play. And the other half is going to the wall. Half of Vlad and half the S8. Blue block. 25% of a blue block. 75 blue remaining. VOX still a little bit of a wall lead, but it's close. All right, Dr. Die, your move. Final move of round 6, and then we go back to 4 players. Nobody tried to cap a chest tonight manually. Interesting. Thought we'd see at least one. But I guess everybody figured, hey, there's a lot of pets out there, a lot of players. Can we survive it? Vines to Crimson, Grizz to Crimson, M7 Red's Revenge loaded to the wall. Like this play. Craven says, wait. Craven doesn't like it. Tiny's going to prevent the vines. Smart. Grizz is going to break the seal. Craven chooses to let the M7's Red's Revenge hit instead of using the prevention on that. I'm assuming, Craven. Is there F7 Red's Revenge going to hit? All right. Dr. Die throwing the heat. That's 85% of a green block. Taking down the green. Taking down a blue. Can't use it, Joe. And 50% of a blue. Actually, 75% of a blue. So 25 blue remaining. All right, so we got 1 1/4 and 3/4. Walls are called up. And that is the end of round number 6. Both teams, give me your starters. Let me know who your starting 4 or your final 4 are going to be. We got a blessing for Justice. We got a blessing for Craven. Ron has occupied the Temple, the Bomber, the Rover, the Tank, and the DZ. Ron getting 150 bonus points. Justin and Craven both controlling the Temple. VOX with 25 in the DZ. SLY with 0. Cat getting a 5th blessing. Crimson getting a 6th blessing. Strawman. 15 for SLY. 0 for VOX. There are ways that both teams can win. This game is very close. So pay close attention, everybody. This is a nail biter. Craven, Bones, Dimes, and Crimson. And Ron is going to go Justice, Ron, Trigger, and Cat. Craven Light, your final move from the temple in the tank. Craven, Justice, Bones, Ron, Dimes, Trigger, Crimson, and Cat. And we will crown a winner. Craven, I'm going to give you 5 more seconds to get your final move in. Justice, you're on deck. Be ready to go. Going to go Amari to the wall. All right, S8. We are in round number 8. I'm sorry, round number 7. That is an S15 from the tank with Ignite and Thrill, making it an S16. Oh, boy. He does have the dust smoke. But that's going to be ugly. And playing Amari to freeze the wall. Craven with the nerf. You're still getting a 10 from the Elmo. 25% nerf. Going to back you down to an S12 and slight damage off the Elmo. Still an S12. Woo. All right. Craven tearing it down. $75% of a blue block. Red block. Red block. 25% of a red block. Craven Light with 1 3/4 remaining, crushing it, and the wall's frozen. Justice, your final move of the night. Being in a tank in round 7 is not what you want to see across the field from you. Orbital. Love it. All right, so we got another orbital in play. And we're going to hit the wall with everything you can. I love it. All right. We'll let you redo that one. We'll let you calculate what everything you can is. You can delete it. All right, Vox, can we repost a move? All right. Going to red blaze the wall. Thrill Smoke, Blue Spark, SH Red Revenge, Craven Light. Red Blaze, going to melt the wall. Going to have a S10 Red's Revenge. You know they respect you, Justice, if they're making you wait on a prevention. All right, Intervene. From Deadly Dimes, she turned into a ninja, Cape of Craven, saving it for Justice. All right, let's go over to Bomber Bones. Bones, you're up. Not a bad shot there, though. The Red Blaze, the Thrill, the Blue Spark. That's the way you load it up. I'm a little bit. Oh, you're good. You're good. Everybody's been new. That's why I wanted to retyped. All right, Arc Spark. Red Dark Misha. Thrill Smoke. S8 Elmo loaded to the wall with Echo. Ron. I think the saving grace here, Ron. Well, Cat's going to prevent it. Okay. That was a big hit, Amy. It was an S8 Thrill Smoke, Arc Spark. They shut it down. Ron's getting a little protective of these last couple blocks. All right. Let's go from Bones over to Ron. Ron, your final move. Phoenix to their wall. Thrill Smoke. S8 Red Wedding. Loaded with Ignite. Gonna mind play Dimes and says, no Ignite for you, Dimes. Ron turning that red block blue. Now, Craven's move was good. Ron not quite to Craven level, but he brings out the Red Wedding. A little bit over an S9. 25 blue. Crushes the 25 blue. Takes down a blue. Takes down a red. And it's a Red Wedding. Takes down 25% of a red. 2 3/4 remaining. All right, so Vox with 2 3/4, Sly with 2, but Ron changed the color of one of them. Y'all don't leave your seats. All right, Deadly Dimes, your move. We got Dimes, Trigger, Crimson, and Cat. This is anybody's game. All right, Dime's going to head over to the Bomber Zone beside Bones. No longer gold sparked. Going to go Phoenix to their wall. S8 Lithium. Dime spreading the flame. Strawman number 4. Dime's getting a gold bar. Needs that extra 50. And let's put a fresh wall up there. Again, walls are really close. All right, let's go over to Trigger. Trigger playing Orbital. 3 orbitals stacked up there. Blue Spark. S8 Red Wedding with Ignite. We'll throw a max seal over to Justice. It hits. S11. In full effect. Finishing off the rest of the red block. Red block. And red block trigger getting a gold bar. Walls are dead even. Crimson, your move. It's a wedding crasher. I calculate as a wedding crasher. All right, max sealed, Crimson. Gonna go Dune. And gonna light a straw man, and Crimson's gonna take 10's gonna kick her down to 65%. Final move. Cat, you're up. Captain, give you 5 more seconds to get your move in. Final move of the night before we calculate the totals. In 4. In 3. All right, Faust to Ron, gas blast, 2 dimes. Oh my. She has to leave the DZ to get there, though. All right, she's got to go to the no zone. Gas Blast is going to move dimes. We'll get Faust in a second. So Faust is going to hit Ron. And it's going to give him a 10% bonus to his PCP points. It's about 18 points. Because he got the Occupy. All right. That last ejection of dimes has implications. Twofold. One, dimes did not get the Occupy bonus, but according to my calculation, Justice spent 5 rounds in the temple on the final round. 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, which means Justice is also going to get a gold orb. A 5th blessing and a 6th blessing. All right, this is going to be a nail biter. All right, let me get the DZ, 25 Crimson, 25 Ron. Halos, Crimson nailed down 100 points for PCP DZ. Cat with 50. Halos may not be, or blessings may not be important because of where we left it. Six blocks, doesn't get them down into the red. Five blocks, doesn't get them down in the red. Faust is 10% of Ron's PCP points. Ron got the Occupy, and he also got a tire. So that's 18 points for Faust. All right, we got some calculating to do. This is going to be super close because of the MBS, because of the Occupy, back and forth, that last gas blast. Who knows? It's going to be super close. All right, congratulate each other, and I can flip a coin right now. I can't tell you how close this game's going to be. So we'll be right back. All right, everybody, we are back, and as I said, this is going to be an epic finale. So I'll give you real quick some of the overview of points. But again, great job to both teams, so I won't keep it too dramatic. Walls, 875 for VOX, 850 for SLY. Both teams used a Phoenix, so it's a 25-point difference. MBS, 200, 0. DZ, 200 points for SLY, 150 points for VOX. Gold bars, 100. Cannonballs were even. Tires were even. PCP DZ points. Crimson with 100, Cat with 50. Close. Extras, you had a couple Cinders, and then you had 100 Occupy points for Justice. Great move. Extras over on the other side, we had 22 for Craven's Cinder. We had 3 Elmos, so you got 10. Dimes did not get the 150 Occupy, and Justice got an extra 100. So that made it really close. But the straw man was 150 points to 0. 150 points of straw man, and they lit them up that last round. Final score, 1,677 Team SLY, 1,590 for VOX. We did get their orbitals in there. We got the Faust in there. Double checked. 1,677 SLY, 1,590 VOX within 100 points. So it's been a while since we had a game this close, but it was really neck and neck and great moves by both teams. Love the way SLY closed it out, going after Strawman, lighting it up, getting the points. Love the way VOX is scrappy, all the new players. Can't wait to see those guys get more experience. So awesome job. Could not ask for a better game than the two of these teams going at it tonight. Fast-moving game, very respectful challenges and gameplay, all of the above. Certainly. Justice, Tim, all great plays, right? So, can't wait to see these teams get better and better and better. All right. Loved it. Absolutely loved it. So, you guys, it was a long weekend for me. I kept the energy up all night long. So, I'd love to hang out with you guys a little bit longer. But I'm still recuperating from the weekend. So, great match tonight, though. You guys got me fired back up. Great to see Trigger here tonight. Great to see all of VOX and representing our super mods in the house. You see such good gameplay. Good banter back and forth. Good to see Ray in the game. Crimson staking her claim back to the DZ again. Craven Light giving away items that ultimately could have lost the game for him tonight. That's just the way it goes. I mean, you play, you help out the other teams, and not 1 ounce of regret. I mean, Craven's like, hey, got to get the new players, got to get them up to speed. And if they would have lost, they would have lost. But that's the way our game grows. That's the way our competition grows. There's nothing like PDL competition. It is just the ultimate. You come out and play. You leave it all out on the field. You win. You lose. You go back to the drawing board and said, hey, tonight both teams are going to look at this and say there were 5 or 6 moves they could have done differently. That's how close the games are. So, love the new format. So, is there anybody that does not love 30 moves? 30 moves it's just perfect now. The game is in a really, really good place. So, fast, easy, before midnight, and that's what it's all about. You guys get some rest, and great job. We're going to see Mirror and Arc on Wednesday night, doing it again, having a great game. And we got a really good PDL finale for you guys Friday. We got some slot machine action on Friday as well. And then next week we got a smokehouse. Great job tonight, Sir Tim. Awesome job, Justice. You guys absolutely rocked. And Cam Knott and Diana C, you too. This is a new VOX team. So our players stepping up is going to make it possible for us to make a big move. And you look at VOX now with Diana C, with Tim, with Justice, Deacon, J-Law. Deacon and J-Law were out tonight, and they still put together a full team. So I'm super excited about what Ron and Trigger and the whole group of VOX have going on over there. So you guys have a great night, and I'll be around for inventory questions or issues. I got a couple people already pointed out already. Send those over to me. I'll be working on those tomorrow, and I can't wait for the game Wednesday night. You guys have a great night. Good job to everybody. We'll see you. Peace.